It was 2020 when I went on a coach tour to Sidmouth, a small but very pleasant holiday town in Devon. Sidmouth is a market town with a small shopping area near the seafront. But our first day was a trip into Dorset on the coach with a good driver who was just as interested in the holiday as we were.
Hopefully everybody's alright with the hotel. I know I did speak to some people last night, but hopefully everybody else is alright with the hotel. Yeah, okay. Right, so our excursion today is going to go through to Weymouth. So there's two main streets in Weymouth, all pedestrianised. As we're going to burn left, it's the one directly in front and then the one to the right. They just run parallel with one another.
We got off the coach near the harbour at Weymouth, which used to have a railway station next to the boats sailing to Guernsey, but not anymore. Nevertheless, there are still many boats around there, and it was a nice warm day. There is no shortage of pubs around the harbour, and plenty of opportunity for lunch. That year was the year of the virus, so we had to take precautions of social distancing, even though restrictions had been reduced during the summer. Because of the virus, nobody wanted to go on cruises, so the cruise ships were moored in Weymouth Bay until the cruises started again. But who needs cruises with beaches like this and the warm sunshine of an English summer? The following morning, our coach took us to Lyme Regis, a small town with a harbour known as the Cobb. The Cobb has been used in the 1981 film The French Lieutenant's Woman, and has been used for over 1,000 years by fishermen, smugglers and pirates. No pirates today though, but plenty of boats. On the coastline visible from the harbour, parts of the skeletons of dinosaurs are regularly found. The reason why this coastline is known as the Jurassic Coast. Mary Anning, who died in 1847, was an English fossil collector and dealer, who became known around the world for finds she made in Jurassic marine fossil beds in the cliffs at Lyme Regis. Her findings contributed to changes in scientific thinking about prehistoric life and the history of the Earth. In 2005, as part of the bicentenary of Admiral Nelson's victory at the Battle of Trafalgar, there was a reenactment of the arrival of the news aboard the Bermuda sloop HMS Pickle at Lyme Regis. In the afternoon, a change from boats, as we visited the gardens at Ford Abbey, near Chard in Somerset. There are no monks now at Ford, but the house is normally open to visitors, except in pandemics. So we were unable to see the rooms inside, but were quite happy with a few postcards showing them as we carried on outside on a warm day in the gardens. Walking along the topiary near the house, we found through the flowers the highest powered fountain in the country, which springs to life 3 times a day to a height of 160 feet. Celebrating 100 years of the Roper family at Ford Abbey. It is only a short walk through the shops, and behind the church I found Blackmore Gardens on our last day in Sidmouth. Sidmouth Council bought the freehold from the Honourable Mrs. G.H. Pleydell Bouverie in 1952. Outbuildings and glass houses were demolished and themed floral displays were planted, making way for a public park. Once belonging to Blackmore House, now demolished, the gardens supplied fresh produce for the family table, as well as an area to enjoy. Recent changes have seen the removal of the old and diseased rose beds from the outer section of the garden. Some have been replaced by bold herbaceous designs, and others grassed over to allow further recreational uses. Although it was a warm day, I had to look inside the heated conservatory with its warmth-loving plants. Then a look at the Monterey pine, undergoing preservation work to save an 80-year-old tree. It had been a pleasant 5 days in this part of Devon and Somerset. A walk along the esplanade of Sidmouth in the sunshine to watch the tide coming in and people practicing social distancing on the stony beach. But enough about the virus and everything else. As I watched the sea from just outside the hotel, I realised I had made a lot of memories in the 5 days I have been there on my first visit to Devon. A good place to drop out for a few days before our coach started to take us back to rainy Manchester once again.
Joe,